Everybody, welcome back to the channel. I cannot believe it is now week 26 of my regular updates on my trading performance. I have no idea where the last 6 months have gone. It's all a bit of a blur really, but I really want to say thank you to everybody who watches these weekly series. It's really encouraging to know people out there actually getting benefit from this, and it allows me to carry on and continue doing these weekly updates and pushing myself to become a much better trader. So it's time to reflect on how things have gone over the past week. And as you know, I've got a performance score which I rate against all of the accounts I'm actually trading. And based on the assumption I'm going to make 1% per account and the weighting that I put against that, it gives me an overall target of making 100 as a score. And this week I've managed to get 123. So again, I've overachieved on what I wanted to do. Some of the accounts have outperformed other ones, and a few have not done as well as I expected. But the one that's not doing that well is actually my free trade account. That's essentially a stocks and shares account. And as we know, stock markets go up, go down. There's not much I can do about that one. There's no leverage. I can't go and take a massive position and try and get out of any of these trades. So it's a case of waiting for it to come good, wait for some dividend payments to come in and see the account rise over the course of the year. But the ones I'm really focusing on this week was my FTMO funded account. I had a profit split day set for the end of the week, so I wanted to make sure I could actually get a return on that one, as well as focusing on my FTMO challenge account, trying to get back out of the drawdown. So what was great is I actually managed to make a profit on my FTMO account. Really pleased by that one. I actually managed to do 1.2% overall for the month. So this week, just over 1% in total. So I could have been in a much better position than that. I did actually get up to 1% on about Wednesday. I had a few bad trades overnight. I wanted to close them out, so I just did that, took the loss, and then came back stronger on the Thursday and the Friday and got it back to where I was at a 1.2% overall. Essentially, if the trades I was in, I hadn't closed them out for fear of any overnight movements. They actually did come back in the direction I wanted to, so I could have been at about 2.5 or 3% overall. I'm not worried. I'm going to take the profit split, which I think is about $960, and I'm thankful for that. I'll take the payout, providing FTMO don't find any anomalies on the account and they do their evaluation. And I'll take that money, bank it, and move on to next month. The FTMO challenge account, I was so close to getting out of drawdown, literally a few $100s. Again, I'm not too worried because what I often do on my Fridays is try and force things. I try and get everything to a round number. Even if it's a small dollar amount, trying to get that extra $20 to get to a nice round number, I often then go and make the mistake and make it a massive drawdown. So I'm not worried about that one. I'll get it when I start trading again either next week or the week after. The other big news is my Darwin X account. I actually managed to get a Darwin created. Essentially you have to trade for 15 days and go through some of the risk management side of things. And beyond that, you get a Darwin created and $30,000 of seed capital from the company itself. The profit splits are very nominal, it's only 15%, but essentially what you're looking to do is gain a track record over a long period of time and attract investors to your actual Darwin. If you look where my Darwin is ranked out of everybody on this platform, I'm actually in the top 5%. I'm actually ranked at 380, which for me is actually quite a good metrics, because when we look at some of the leaderboards on the prop firm platforms, all you're seeing is how much massive profits people have made this month. It doesn't show you consistency over month on month. So for me to see that I'm actually in the top 5% of traders overall on this platform is really good. And I actually want to really improve on that over the next couple of months and make that really consistent and try and attract some investors to my Darwin. Now, the other thing I did this week was had a coaching session with FTMO. Really insightful as always. And if you are funded with FTMO, I really do recommend going and actually having those hour sessions. It's fantastic to actually talk things through. And one of the things that really struck me this time was the question was asked around my drawdowns and how I've actually managed to get out of those. What are my strategies and things put in place if it does happen again? How to be able to go back and look at what I did this time to be able to effectively not be in the same situation or be able to get out of it quicker. And I haven't actually got a strategy for that. Really, it was just a case of grind hard and don't make any mistakes. What I want to do over the next week is really evaluate and look at the performance I've done on these challenge accounts to get back out of a drawdown. So really sort of focus on what I did well, what I did badly, and hopefully refine my trading plan going forward so I don't make the same mistakes. But if I do make the mistakes and I get into that situation, even if it's just market conditions that don't go my way, I actually have a plan, a strategy to actually work out of that situation again. So I just want to touch on OFP. I had a great week with them this week, did over 2.5%. The reality is I still have a dispute with them on the previous payment where there's some discrepancies in their system price feeds. I'm working through that one and constructing an email at the moment to send over the support teams where they said I could actually raise a dispute. But even if I don't, the actual performance I've done this month and some of the best trading days, if that carries on and I get another 1% gain, I think, on this account, then I'll be eligible for a pretty good payout coming forward. And with the new dashboard they've just introduced, there are no flagged as any violations on my account so far. And I have been chatting on the Discord channel and querying this all the way through so that if there is any dispute, I'll have the evidence and the screenshots to go back and say, this is what the support team said at the time. I don't believe I've done anything wrong, so please make sure you get these payouts done. It is the 6-month period, and for that I'm actually going to take a week off coming up. I'm not going to trade, I'm going to do all the reflection of what I need to do. There's also, as we know, in the UK, it's a general election. Things could go crazy. We've seen that before when things don't go as planned on some of the exit polls. The FTSE could absolutely tank or skyrocket. We've also got the US holidays coming up as well as non-farm payrolls. So I think there's going to be a lot of fluctuation in the markets potentially, or it could just be they're so flat that nobody's really caring what's going on and there's no trading opportunities. But for me, it's that time to just take reflection, adjust my plan for the upcoming 6 months and really come back stronger in the latter half of the year. But we'll be doing a video next week on my profit and loss for the month of June. So again, it's a good time to actually go back and look at the figures, look at where I expected to be on some of my performance or where I'm actually lagging behind. But I will be busy doing lots of other social media stuff, trying to get some other videos out this week on loads of ideas I've had that I've just not been able to get onto camera over the past few weeks when trading so hard. But again, a week off is what I need. It'll bring me back fully recharged, fully refreshed. But as always, thanks for watching the videos and I'll catch you again very soon. Cheers.